Hey everyone, Dr. Vince Leone here with Profit Niche TV. Welcome back to another episode for practice building in niches like decompression and neuropathy and knee pain, those types of things. Happy Friday. Hope you had an awesome week. And today we're going to talk about testimonials. We're going to talk about why we want to get them. We're going to talk about when, and then we're going to talk about how. Okay, so today's going to be a quick episode. Let's dive in. Why? It's Friday. Come on, give me a break. Why? Why do we want testimonials? It's because social proof, man. Social proof is huge, right? When we're trying to, when we're selling cash-based service in particular, right? Where it's 3,000 or 5,000 or 8,000 or whatever it is, where they have to invest in you and take money out of their pocket, write a check. They're not using insurance, even if they are using insurance. When they can see other people just like them, that look like them, or have the same condition, and they get excellent results, that it just moves the needle for them. It starts to, like the Lady Justice, and she has the scales, right? So they have skepticism on this side, and it's really heavy, and then on this side, their confidence. And so each time they see a testimonial, or they have a great experience with your office or with your staff member, they start to get more confidence and less skepticism. So just always think of those Lady Justice, right? And those scales, and one side's skepticism and one side's confidence. And you want to do everything in your power to increase the confidence and reduce the skepticism. And testimonials is a really good way to do it. So that is why, okay? We want other people selling us versus we always having to sell ourselves, okay? Next, when should we do this? Well, if you're doing a care plan where you're doing midpoint exams, that's a really good time to do it, right? Because you don't want to necessarily always have to wait till the end, though you can, and by the way, you should always be going into your final exam with a thought of like, hey, I want to get a testimonial out of this, right? Because you already know how the patient did, and most of your patients do great, right? So go into those final exams with the idea and preparing to get a testimonial. Now, but the other point is, well, two other times. The midpoint exam, if your care plan has it built into it where you do a midpoint exam, which is what I always did for neuropathy patients and for decomp patients, I would always be looking for a testimonial at that point, because I didn't expect them to get from A to Z, like have but a lot of times, wow, my gosh, I got a great night's sleep last night, or I didn't have to like take as much drugs or whatever it was. That's a great time when they hit those leaps in their recovery phase or process, right? So, and when you hear those, that should be a signal that, oh, I should ask for a testimonial. Or your staff member, if you have a staff-driven practice, right, where with these niches like decomp or neuropathy, they should be trained to be listening for those cues as well, to say, oh, wow, that's so awesome. Could you tell your story? So that's when, right? So midpoint exam for sure, final exam, of course, and then anywhere along the way when they get big leaps in terms of their recovery. Okay, next. So how are we going to do this? It's very simple. You're going to do it on your phone, right? Because everyone has a darn phone with a video camera on it. So we're going to do it on our phone. We want the video because we want to be able to then repurpose that for, like, we want to be able to transcribe it. We'll have a still image of the patient. It's just, that's the best version. Like, don't try to get someone to, write a book and like fill this whole thing out. Like, what a pain in the butt. Would you want to do that? I wouldn't want to do that. What I would rather do is just talk to a darn phone for 2 minutes and say, oh my gosh, hey, my name is Vince. My back was killing me. I mean, I had to take 2 weeks off of work. I was losing money. But then when I came to see Dr. Joe, I went on the decompression machine. He found out it was a disc. No one else had even told me that. Now I just played basketball with my youngest son. I mean, can you believe that? 3 months ago, I could barely get out of bed. Now I'm playing basketball with my son. So hope this helps. That's it, right? We just want a before care and after care, right? Don't let them say their last name for obvious reasons, but just a quick 2 minute, 3 minutes. So I always just like, hey, Mrs. Jones, I'm so happy that you're getting those kinds of results. Would you be open to sharing your story with other patients and prospective patients? And they're going to say, what do you mean? Oh, well, I would love to get what we call a testimonial, and I just do it right on my phone here. We're not going to bring in cameras and lights and all that Hollywood stuff. It's just on my phone, and for like 2 minutes, I just want you to talk about, you just say your first name, don't say your last name, but what was life like for you before care? Because I remember when you came in, you weren't able to sleep very well, and you weren't able to play golf, and you said you were grumpy around your grandkids. And now I see a big change, and you just told me that. And so that's what I'd like you to talk about, if that's okay. 9 times out of 10, they're like, oh, sure, no problem, and you just, like I said, it's just a phone, right? We're not bringing in tripods and lights and, having grips and gaffers running around. It's just you and your phone, and they're just going to tell their story really quick. And then you're going to be able to use it in all other media, on your website, on your YouTube channel. And what I recommend, by the way, is create testimonial books. Okay, so go to Office Depot, get a binder, get the plastic slips, have, you have the video testimonial, right? So get it transcribed. Don't you do it, have your staff member do it, get it transcribed. Now your staff, just have your staff member do it. Don't, farm it out to Fiverr or something, but because it's only 2 minutes, right? You have a still image of the patient, right? Get the transcription of the testimonial, put it in the sheet protector, and then you just keep adding and adding and adding to it. And then those testimonial books, and it literally says, read me, I'm a testimonial, or something of that nature. You know what I'm saying? But that, instead of People and GQ and Home and Garden, that's what should be next to every chair in your reception room, in your exam room, in your consultation room, in your report of findings, wherever. That's where it should be, especially in your report of findings room. There shouldn't be anything on that table next to that chair except a big testimonial book. And you give them time to read it, right? Give them a few minutes to before you go in, so that they'll pick it up and they'll be looking through it. It's just going to increase that confidence. Which way? Confidence over here. It's going to increase that confidence, decrease the skepticism, and you will enroll more patients into care. So I'm Dr. Vince. I hope this was helpful for you. We talked about testimonials today, why to do it, when to do it, and how to do it. This is Profit Niche TV. Again, get going on this ASAP, and get a staff member, kind of make it his or her baby, right? And so that they can be responsible and just continue to stack those one on top of another. Pretty soon, you'll have a testimonial page on your website that just goes endlessly. And what that does, it's overwhelming proof. Okay? Hey, have an awesome day. We'll see you next week. I'm Dr. Vince. Take care.